Hey everybody, and welcome to our first tutorial here. Uh, I'm Bloodthirsty. So let's show you guys how to start off a city in City Skylines here. So we have basically two roads that come off the main highway here. And if you can see here, we basically have one road that goes this way and the other highway that goes this way with a few interchanges, and then they kind of lead right into the city itself. Now, the best way that I've found to do this, you could say, beginning of the city is kind of find the same road that we have, and you can use that to basically lay out how far you want your road to go. And right now I don't have any money. I'm just basically using that as a tutorial for today, just unlimited mod for unlimited money and so forth. And if you're watching this video, I am using all of the DLC at the moment, so just play along if you'd like. You don't have to have the DLC in order to watch this tutorial, so bear with me for a while. Basically what I'm doing right now is laying down where I want my roads to kind of go, and we're kind of limited in just one box by itself, so kind of keeping in mind of how much space we currently have is always a good idea as well. So the first thing that I always like to do is kind of change up what kind of road that I would like to use, and what I usually start out with is a 4-lane one-way, so we can, send the traffic in one specific direction. So this way it goes from a 1, 2, 3 into maybe a 4-lane here as well. So a 3-lane into a 4-lane kind of lets you get traffic out of your city a little bit better. So that's always something to keep in mind as well. And necessarily bigger lanes doesn't mean it's going to handle traffic a whole lot better. So we'll go over that as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay out the entrance into my city itself, and keep in mind that we're using a one-way here. So if this road is not complete, the traffic will kind of disappear somewhere along, maybe here or so. Let me just fix up some of these things here. And right now I have a number of mods being used, but we're not really going to pay too much attention to it. So we've got this road kind of just going up, and I want to finish it off maybe somewhere around here or something like that. So we've got this, and what I'll do is I'll probably have another intersection that connects here, and you can basically have a 45-degree angle that allows traffic to go specifically in one direction. And the way that I've designed 99% of my cities are basically using Imperial Jedi's return method, and from that I've constructed my own method as well. It's called a heartbeat method. It's basically you have one way in, you have multiple ways out. That's the basic way that I can kind of bring it down into a better sense. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back into the highways, and I'm going to basically construct a path from halfway here back into the city, so this way it's the point of no return. So you can basically just do that if you'd like. What I'd like to do is bring this back down to elevation at 0 or 3, depending on how you look at it. And I always kind of like to go out at 56 and go out just a few and bring that up about 12 meters, and we'll be able to kind of connect it back into the city as we'd like. And that would just go directly back into the main entrance here. So I'll show you what we're doing. And probably around here I want to bring that down to about 6, and then kind of just lean it into the city itself like that. So this way anything that's exiting can basically come back into the city. We necessarily don't want to bring anything back here because it will cause a lot of traffic. And traffic in the beginning is a pain, yes. However, if you kind of keep an eye on it and get an understanding of where your traffic is building up, you can kind of create a sense of urgency as far as where you'd like all the other traffic to go. And what I'm also going to do is probably do a 90 here, and I'm going to bring that up and probably do the same thing here as well. This kind of helps me to get traffic back into the exit, you know, the unnecessary traffic as well. That's always a big concern of mine is, okay, so anybody who's entering the city says, well, hang on a second, I really don't want to go to the city, so I'm just going to leave, and they'll go right back into the AI system here. So now we've got most of the basic layout. Now what you should probably be doing, rather, is use a multi-lane here, and we'll go back into our straight layout. So this way, traffic can kind of go this way and only make a U-turn into this portion here. So we'll kind of just go along with it as well. Now I'm only going to stop right here, so this way we're not impeding on traffic kind of going inbound or outbound or anything like that. Sorry, let me just fix that road really quick. So as you can see, this is kind of going to get in the way, so I'm just going to delete that really quick, and I'm just going to fix that up. Now I do change the style of my roads quite a bit. You can use whatever road that you'd like. There's really no wrong way or a right way to do this. It's just how you would like for it to look, honestly. And once you get a sense of how to get the city to fluctuate traffic properly, you have this better understanding of how you can do it a whole lot easier. And we'll kind of show you what I'm talking about in just a second here. So let me just put out this layout, and we'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. So I've made a basic layout just using one of our small 4-lane roads here, and as you can see, we've got most of the left side kind of completed out. A little bit of grids is okay. Usually I'm not a fan of making grids, however, once in a while they do tend to be very efficient as far as, you know, dealing with traffic and so forth. So what I did was I kind of made 2 bridges here, connecting this part of the town with this part of the town, as well as up here. And as you can see down here, I did this on purpose, where I have 4 roads, or rather 2 lanes, and I have a changing point here with traffic inbound as well as going outbound. This is okay. I have not been able to get out of, you know, traffic too harshly with that. However, it's better if you make a traffic circle here, kind of like a roundabout, and that should help you deter a lot of your traffic as well. Now, if you're currently setting up and you want to be able to say, okay, well, I want industrial on one side and, you know, the other portion of the city on one side, that's okay. You can do whatever you'd like. However, if we pay attention to what we're building specifically, you'll see that, you know, low residential zones kind of like this tend not to make too much traffic. However, if you lay out your commercial zoning all in one area, you'll get trucks and other good related vehicles that kind of make a lot of traffic in that one specific area. So if I made commercial zoning right here, not only would I have a lot of traffic here, but it would be backed up to the point where the game would be saying, okay, well, how do I deal with this? And it's just going to keep pumping in more and more goods. So we want to stay away from building anything that's right on the entrance or the exit area of the town itself. So this is okay, where you can basically build some of the commercial zoning, but I kind of like to leave the bigger gaps for bigger stores and high density residential zoning at a later time or something like that. Just think of it this way: if you lived here, how far would you want to drive to get to a corner store? Would you rather drive 2 minutes down the block to get to here, or would you rather spend an extra 5 minutes to get to there, or even down there? Let the game kind of figure itself out. I figured that the longer it takes for the truck to get there, the less traffic there's going to be. Now, not essentially is that going to be true all the time? Possibly, but honestly, it kind of works itself out. If you keep your distance as far as where your commercial zonings are going to be, as well as your industrial zoning, just keep it off of the main streets here. I found that if I build up here and leave these intersections blank, it does help out quite a lot. And the way that I kind of tend to build is just letting the city kind of understand how your traffic is going to build into itself. If you're leaning towards high density commercial zoning, be aware that there's going to be a lot of traffic, and I mean a lot. There's going to be a significant increase in numbers. Something this versus this is probably in anywhere between an increase of 30 to 35%, depending on how many squares you utilize. One little tiny square is probably a good 0.10% of an increase. So I usually tend to keep myself very limited as far as how much commercial zoning I'm actually going to give, depending on the demand for residential, commercial, and industrial and office down here. But once you have your city kind of set up, you can basically do anything that you like. Hope you guys enjoy the video. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down in the section below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.